Hi folks, welcome to Greg's Workshop. I'm Greg, and today we're going to be reviewing my Sawstop Jobsite Pro. Start here on the right side of the saw. You've got your holders for the cord, you've got a push stick, the fence, if you want to take it off and store it and roll it around, go right in here. I'll show you that a little bit later, just slides right in. Handles are down here, which you can't see off camera. Let's move around to the back. Back's fairly simple. The cord comes out right here. I have dust collection hooked up. This is the dust port for the saw blade housing. I also have it hooked up to the dust catcher up there. I'll show you that in a little bit. Both of our wrenches are here. There's also space for extra saw blade or two if you like. Up front here we have the tilt and the height adjustment. It's a pretty quick height adjustment. It's basically just one turn, top to bottom. To adjust the bevel, you just squeeze and pull. There's also a little extra tilt adjustment here where you can dial it in up to 1 degree plus or minus. Up here is the lever to pull to extend the table. Extends all the way out, 24.5-inch rip capacity. We'll go over that in a minute. So let's talk about the actual Sawstop feature, the main feature of the saw. It has computer circuitry inside that senses when your finger touches the blade, stops the blade, retracts it so that you don't lose a finger. This is where that's controlled from. There's two switches here. This switch turns on the system. It goes through a little self-check. As soon as you have one green solid light, you can turn on the saw. You can actually use this to check and make sure that detection circuitry is working. If I touch the blade with it off, this is going to flash red. And you know that it detected my finger. It's going to wait a few seconds before it allows me to start the saw again. Pretty cool feature, really. Over here on the side is what all the different lights mean, all the different flashing combinations, just in case something goes wrong or you need, you had an activation or something set it off. You can see what it's doing by the lights. Now, up top here, we have a couple of miter gauge slots. I did have to file this one down just a little bit to get it nice and straight. We have our blade guard and dust catcher. This will lift off like that. You can take it all the way off of here. You can also take this out pretty easily just by pulling this plate, pulling this lever, and this lever up. Takes a little bit of a wiggle, comes right out. There's also just a straight riving knife with no blade guard available if you need that. Over here is the fence. We've got the slide lock right here. A couple other cool features. If you look right here, there's a little thing little shelf that comes out. If you're cutting with the table extended, there's about 10 inches over here where a piece will be unsupported. So you can turn that out, and that will allow you to support the edge of that piece at that kind of intermediate width. Also, they have a low fence. Take this off the back side, hook it onto this side, and that way you can get a push stick in here and have a little bit more room when you're doing really narrow rip cuts. But where this saw really sets itself apart, in my opinion, is in the dust collection. It's pretty good down here already. It doesn't put a lot of sawdust on the floor like my old Bosch used to. There's also the dust collection blade guard up here. You can see I have a Dust Right fixed length hose from Rockler. I have a little rubber plumbing elbow. It's tight enough to stay on there, but not so tight that I can't pull it off. Comes down here, goes into a T. This actually does a really good job of dust collection. I'm impressed by it. It's better than I expected it would be, and I'm really happy with it. Let's cut some wood. I'm going to start off with some 3/4 inch pine using the low fence. Next we'll do some 3/4 cedar. Here's some 2x fir stock. Inch and 1/8 underlayment plywood. and last, a 2.5 inch thick piece of maple. And what about portability? After all, it is a job site saw. We'll start by extending this table, moving the fence out of the way. Underneath the table extension is a storage compartment. Have your owner's manual, have room for the blade guard. Move the blade guard as you saw earlier. Stows away neatly in there. Lower the blade all the way. Pull this off. The fence fits right in the slot right here. Goes to the end. The latch under here holds it in place. To fold it up, push the latch right here with your foot. Lift up on the handles. Folds right up. Fold it back out. Push on the latch again. Easy as that. So what's my final verdict? I like it. A lot. Is it worth the money? That's up to you. They retail for $14.99 plus $100 shipping if you order it from an online retailer. I was fortunate enough to find this refurb model for $1,100 at a local dealer. The refurb models aren't out there very much, but when they are, they're a good deal. Is there anything I don't like about it? There's one thing. The cord is only 8 feet long. That seems awfully short for a job site saw. You're going to have to use a pretty long, heavy-duty extension cord to use it any distance from a house or an outlet. But other than that, I think it's a great saw. Folks, if you enjoyed the video today, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to get notified of new videos every Saturday morning, leave a comment, and I'll see you next week on Greg's Workshop.